They have rights. Well, we all have rights. They have charter
They
rights.
have, no, but you have like so-called doctor there, I'm not mention no name, but turn around and say, oh, they need housing.
Yeah.
And if you give them housing, they destroy that damn place.
Yeah.
And I seen one this morning, won't mention no name, and this guy was like a pimp to this young girl, and she was asking for money. And he was screaming at her, and I said, well, the girl, how old are you? She was scratched all over, and then she said, everybody's asking me that. I called the police yesterday, and I said, can you check on that? Well-being check.
Yeah.
And the way you see it, she's going to be a prison over, and then she'll be screwed for life.
Yeah, it's sad.
There's no going back.
There's rarely going back. There are some success stories
Where?
across the world. All across the world,
Where?
that people have gone from rags to riches or drugs to success.
Crystal Met?
Yes, yeah, very few, and all depends how far deep you are in the
If
usage
you're
of.
rich,
Yeah,
and you could go to the Betty Ford, something like that,
yeah,
not in Fredericton.
but it's not easy. It
Look.
is a nasty, nasty drug, and it has destroyed lives and marriages and communities. It continues to destroy communities.
And we're not done here.
And we're not done. Probably
What about
not.
the courts? They're doing their jobs?
They're doing their jobs. They have vacancies as well, like we do, like every police department has. So we are working closely with them as partners. I mean, we're all part of the justice system, right? Part of the chain, and it's a crown approval province here, one of very few of that system in Canada. So they are incredibly busy. They're great partners. When we work incredibly well with them, we have to. We do our job. We hand that off to them. They approve or not approve the charge, and then off we go.
It's the police are really supposed to be community people. How many? I seen one. You had one walking the beat,
Yeah.
and he used to be. I didn't recognize him until he reminded me. I said, "Oh yes," and he's the guy that he was an MP from Gaudet.
Okay.
What's his last name?
Oh.
Starts by B.
Ben Hughes, Garrett Skorax.
Anyway, nice guy. But he was, I seen him walk the beat once, but do they walk the beat?
Well, they walk the beat as much as they can within the amount of calls that we have. We are extremely busy with priority 1 and priority 2 calls. There's a certain amount of officers working in the daytime. There's some on overtime for different events or activities. There's ongoing training that happens every day, going into the summer months with vacation. And then there's always, in any organization, in any business, work safe, sick time, all kinds of stuff. Life happens, right? You have to take that in consideration in your workforce. But generally speaking, we have bike patrol and we have downtown beat, both downtowns, north and south, who are officers walk the beat or bike along the trails with the CSSU members.
Yeah, how they doing?
They're doing fantastic.
Fantastic.
They are a godsend
That's a
for
big
the
word.
community. It was a disruptor. They've done a great job, and the city continues to invest with CSSU, and they're doing a good job. They're the eyes and ears. They've done a lot of good in this organization, in this city, for the community. They really, really have. I mean, look around. I know we have individuals with mental health issues and drug issues.
I hate that word, mental health.
Yeah, but we have some encampments, some tents here or there, but nothing like we've had in the past.
No.
Right? So we're doing something right. The needle's moving in the right direction.
Yes.
So we stay the course and we continue to do more, and we hope that it does make a difference. And what I found in the city is we're nimble. We're willing to try different things. We tried the micro tent sites. That didn't work. We pivoted. We tried something else.
The City Motel. That was a big faux pas.
Yeah, there's, some people would say that it's a huge success, and some people would say that not so much, maybe.
No.
The Uptown did not particularly appreciate that move, and are still having a hard time in that area.
I feel sorry for the Irving. Oh my God.
Yeah, the whole Prospect Street area. So
and the Victory Meat Market.
That's been tough.
Is it true they have allowed, the cops won't go, they steal $500 or less?
No, we don't have, if someone commits a crime and they call the police, we're supposed to show up, and we do. There are many offenses that can go online, or online reporting. But
somebody give up faith with the cops. He said, they won't show up. They won't show up.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd love to speak to that individual and say, well, when did we not show up and why? If there's someone to be placed under arrest, we have to show up because the general public can arrest but have to turn over forthwith, right? So
let's be honest here. As you know, I'm not a rat. I never told you, well, this house sells drugs, that house sells drugs.
Nope, that's right.
But I did send you some nasty email.
Yeah, you have.
Told you to smart the fuck up, and I excuse my line, sorry kids, but I was very angry. There's like about 10-15 people in court warrant out for their arrest. And it was just like a regular thing. They don't show up for their trial. They don't show up.
Yeah, they don't
now,
show up.
we were younger, you before being a cop. You don't show up. We would have never thought of not showing up in court.
Well, I wouldn't have.
No, I mean, come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
But now,
yeah.
And then, if you were warrant out for Charles LeBlanc, you guys would have been to my door in five minutes.
Yeah.
So how come the police don't, warrant out for the arrest, boom.
Yeah, and we do. We have plainclothes officers that work on those outstanding warrants of arrest, not necessarily warrants of committals as well, for large warrants of committals, but warrants of arrest for criminal activity, failing to appear in court and other offenses, that we put tiger teams on those varying individuals and we go try to arrest them. Some people, when they fail to show up in court, it means that they skip down, right? They're no longer in the jurisdiction. So,
you ever thought about that?
Yeah, they're gone, right?
I see some cops, Martin, and they look tired.
Yeah.
Their eyes, they look beat.
Yeah, a lot of us have a lot of bags under our eyes. We are working tirelessly, and it's hard. It's hard on the soul. It's hard on the head. But thankfully, there are members in our society that want to be police officers, and in any other profession, we're more special than anyone else. But we love what we do, and we do it, and we continue to show up and try to make a difference because it's a chosen profession. None of us were drafted like our aunts and uncles were drafted for the war. We chose this profession.
Remember the pastor, Terry Atkinson?
Yeah.
Terry told me, he says, I remember at first, I hope you're not mad at me. I said, what? Are you the new chief of police? He said, no. He says, I'm the new pastor or whatever.
Yeah.
He said, oh, what? So then we had a little chat. And he told me afterward, after a few months, he says, the police officers, they're really going through a hard time with their families.
Oh, yeah.
They're bringing their work at home.
You're right. Oh my God. Hey, you either say nothing to your spouse or you share everything, not everything operationally, but everything, your feelings and stuff. And if your spouse is your biggest fan, then of course they feel, and your children. I have 2 daughters, and one of my daughter said she had thought about being a police officer, but she wouldn't do it based on what she's observed my whole career, like in and out, weekends, call-outs, all kinds of stuff, right? She'd have the grit for it. She went into a different line, but it's something to consider. But every job has its costs. Every career, every profession, every job has a price. And you have to accept that when you choose a profession or a vocation, that it's going to cost, right?
Yeah. And speaking of that, of course, we'll stay calm. Speak of costs, and everybody has a profession. My profession is a blogger. Mm-hmm. This used to be Brown.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, we talk about it. I even posted yesterday. And like I said, have this to stay calm.
Yeah.
Came a long way.
Yeah.
Just like Blaine Hayes, we came a long way.
That's right.
When you guys raided my place and falsely accused me to be a pedophile, and you apologized, right?
Yeah. We apologize.
You,
the organization, myself, and
yourself, Roger Brown, Scott Patterson. Who was the other one?
Kim Quartermain.
I was mentioned. And you guys apologized.
Yeah.